And as usual, cross our fingers and hope everything goes swimmingly. All right, bingo. It looks like we are good. Okay, well, the live stream's going. For what it's worth, this is the start of the 11 a.m. turn. We did all of our maneuver unit placements and all that good stuff at the end of the last session. So, and for anybody who's tuning in, we are playing using the Regs 30 rules. So, if you're wondering what it is we're arguing about, it's Regs 30.
We could just change the rules every time we play.
We could. That would be
Rotate them.
interesting. It's Regs 30 one week. It's Premiere the other week. It's third edition another week.
Premiere followed by
back in a
Regs
second.
30 might be brutal.
Do you guys
Why
remember
not have anybody in command? Oh, because we were just sending anybody anywhere we wanted.
Yeah.
You remember the Fizbin scene in Star Trek? I think it's in a piece of the action where the gangsters are playing poker.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Kirk goes, no, like, poker
That's a great game.
You should play Fizbin.
Yep.
Rules change from the day of the week.
Yep. Well, and you know, the game is a totally different game depending on what rule set you're using. I know that I think when this particular version of Moscowa was being printed by Clash of Arms, a dozen years ago now, that's when Ed Wimble invited Monty and Jim and Dennis to come out and play there at Tempe. That was the first duel in the desert. And they played this using the Premier rules. And so it was considerably different. I think they were playing the Russians. And so it was a lot different than what you would have expected if you were playing with Marie Louise or anything else with the command control sort of stuff. Apparently it was a lot of fun. And it got then the guys from Marshall excited enough to start making games again. So can't complain about that. We've got Doug.
Talk about a strategic victory.
Yes, exactly. Let's see. Doug is saying hello all. Hello, Doug. So we've got a couple people who are tuning in now. This usually happens. Ardwolf's Lair, Gary's live stream wraps up around this time, and we pick up a few people who tune into that, jump over and watch us. So, well, are we ready to get going, and do we need to chat about anything, or just launch right into starting to pick chits from the cup?
Yeah, I guess other than the first core, we're ready to go.
Okay. All right.
David,
well,
are you moving? Are you moving the first core?
I would rather not. I'd rather if I'm hoping that he doesn't come up for a while. So.
All right. Well, David, why don't you go ahead and draw the first chit from the cup, you being our Napoleon.
Well, I tried, and it just locked on me. What is going on? I got it halfway out of the cup, and it's not flipping over. So I have a feeling Oh, there it goes. Okay.
It just had to be a Russian one. Yeah.
It's Russian number 6.
Okay, that's Lavrov.
That is Lavrov. Do we want to pull another one or two from the bucket while we're at it, or how do we want to handle it?
Oh, we'll go at least one more here, and we'll see what. All right.
That's number 12.
12 should be one. Okay, that's one of my cavalry ones there. That's a simple one.
Okay.
if I remember. Let me
That's
figure
who
out
is
which one
that?
it
There's
was
two
first.
leaders there.
Yeah, I've got to look. That's Colbert. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So, all right.
Hey, Brennan, you got a minute?
You want to go to headquarters, Mitch?
Yep.
All right.
And we've got Jeff tuning in from Hex to Hex. Hello, Jeff. Happy Christmas, Happy New Year, all that good stuff to you. So what, Colbert, that's those two light cavalry units?
That certainly is.
Okay.
And let's see what. All right, we've got some exhausted hussars out there. Let's see. Boop.
All right. Something exciting is happening.
Whatever. Let's see. Boop.
I'll be back in a second.
Let's see.
Those guys look fairly motivated.
Yeah, let's.
I think they'll pass their roll to close. We need guys like that at Zorndorf.
Let's see. Boop. And let's. All right.
So is he in column like that, or is he?
No, he's in line. I'm sorry.
Oh,
He's in
okay.
line. Yeah.
All right. Well,
Let's see. What do I want to do? Maybe we change this. Let's. All right. I can get up on it. Yeah, that's okay. We're going to change it just slightly.
Hey, Mitch,
Hey, Mitch.
that
You
that's getting moved around there. Colbert or whatever his name is.
right?
He might want to hold off because I might be getting down in there before he starts moving around. So you might
Oh,
want to pull a different.
with elements of your of
Yeah.
Lavrov's core. Oh, okay.
All right. Well,
the
we'll go back
foreshadowing,
here.
but
Yeah,
what we're talking about.
and the way that he's facing a hex side. He needs to be facing a vertex.
Yeah.
So you want to fix that. And David, I noticed that you've got a Lancer, a 1 increment Lancer over here by Drouot's battery, who's in
Yeah.
2 hexes of line.
That's correct.
How can 1 increment? You have to have at least 4 increments, or you have to have more than 4 increments to be in 2 hexes.
Not cavalry.
So you could have a single increment stretched out over 2 hexes?
Yep.
Huh, that's weird. I just know with all the other rule sets, you couldn't do that unless you had.
Nope, there's no requirement on the cavalry. It's just in skirmish order, and it's automatically in 2
Oh,
hexes.
he's not a skirmisher though. He's a lancer. So he can't go into skirmish. If he was in skirmish, then I could totally understand it. But it's this guy here.
Oh,
He's just a lancer, and so he's got to be in
right.
one hex or the other. He can't be in both.
Oh, okay. So yeah, all right. No, he's
Yeah, maybe you saw his skirmish bonus and thought it was a lance bonus. The only other one that I thought you need to take a look at is this one here. You've got these batteries here, not too far from the hex that you were activating.
Right.
And
there's
so
one in one hex and one in the other. It's just like we split them when they're unlimbered.
right, the problem is here you've got 4 increments of infantry and you've got 18 increments of artillery, and that's overstacking. So you need to just move this stuff back 1 hex and then you're fine. Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
So
that's it.
yep.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so that works. Yeah, I was looking at him like, did he just move it in the wrong place? But it's because each increment of artillery is worth 6 infantry increments. So So Robert, how are you?
I'm doing good.
Good. Is William in town, or is he making his way out to California?
Yeah, no, he came in on Saturday.
Oh, okay. Fun.
Yeah. He had to, the airport was like totally socked in, so he had to fly to Phoenix and sit on the ground for an hour before flying.
Oh my gosh.
So he didn't get in till like in the late afternoon, but yeah,
Okay.
we've been hanging out. But he's out with friends right now.
Okay. Did he bring his laptop? Are we going to be able to play some FAF or?
Yeah, he's got the laptop and he also has his computer up and running.
Okay.
Kinda. So you wouldn't believe he couldn't wait and he gave me my birth or Christmas present.
What did you
know what
get?
he got me?
What did you...
a Desert Eagle.
Oh my gosh. How nice.
I was totally floored.
So what caliber is that?
He got me a 50 cal.
Oh my God.
I was just going to say, he got you the 50 cal? Is it the gold plated one too?
No, he didn't go that crazy. So he got me a 50. We went and shot it yesterday, and it was just like I thought it was gonna totally. I was like gripping it so hard, I was like it's gonna fly out of my hands or something. But it wasn't as bad as I thought.
Nice.
But it's a great gun. It's really fun.
How much are rounds for those?
That's a problem. It's like almost $3 a shot.
Wow, that's painful.
That adds up.
It does. So I'm looking into learning how to reload.
Oh yeah, well that makes sense.
If you can figure that out, it's well worth it.
Really?
So a lot of those YouTube is full of videos of misfires, and like a huge amount of those are from reloaders.
Okay. So you have to be really careful.
Yeah. If you really know what you're doing, yeah, absolutely, it's super worth it. It's still, proceed with caution. Even if you know what you're doing, proceed with caution.
Okay.
I mean, it's one of those things where it's like you press the trigger or you pull the trigger and like what? Nothing happens, and 15 seconds later, ow! Right? It's 9 times out of 10 that's a reload round.
Okay. Yeah, I'm still in shock. I can't believe he bought this. So,
That's nice.
And you can actually buy other barrels. So if I wanted to, save money, I could buy like a 357 or a 44 barrel and put that in.
They're calling you Dirty Harry.
Yeah. Well, he was debating whether he would get me a Dirty Harry gun or this one. A Deadpool gun, he called it.
Didn't you have him
That's-
read all those Mac Balan books that you had, and he was going to get you a Beretta,
Yeah. Well, yeah. He read a couple of those.
Okay.
He got him. Oh, I bought him a gun too. I bought him a Beretta 9mm. It's called a Cheetah.
Okay.
Or it's not 9mm. It's 308. And
Nice.
It's really a nice gun too. So.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. So it was a firearms Christmas.
Apparently so. Just be careful when you put your foot in your stocking there. Don't pull the trigger by mistake.
So sometime I'll bring it up. I'll bring that in my 9mm, and we can go to a range up there.
Yeah, there's one that's over there. I think it's still there over by Anaheim Stadium. That's where actually, they opened a new gun store and gun range over in Yorba Linda. So,
good.
Yeah. And I've heard good things about it. I haven't had a chance to go over there, but there's a fair number of folks from the Chamber of Commerce who had been over there and enjoyed it and did some shooting. Because otherwise, you got to drive there. I think there had been a place in Brea, but they went out of business or closed or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I know the one that was down there by Anaheim Stadium was a nice little indoor range. So.
Yeah, well, we could do that sometime. That would be fun.
Yeah. That would be. We'd just have to save a bunch of money to buy a bunch of.
50.
It's
hard to find.
I'm sure. Too, so. 50 caliber. Sheesh. That's that.
How much does that thing weigh when you have that thing loaded?
It's over like 4.5 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a solid piece of metal. It is just like really solid, and your arm gets tired. You just yeah, and the magazine only holds 7 rounds.
Mm.
And so the blowback system that it has, though, you have to really hold it in a certain way. I got to learn how to do it, because otherwise it doesn't completely lock back, and then you can't fire. The next round doesn't go. So you have to. It's kind of gotta. I don't know. I have to learn how you hold it properly.
Huh.
Interesting.
Yeah. But I think it's the only kind of gun, the handgun, that works like an AR, basically. It's got that rotating bolt.
Cool.
That's wild.
Well, that sounds like fun. How long is he in town?
He's going to be here till the 5th.
Okay, so a good solid 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Well, cool. Well, we'll definitely have to do some FAF since we're all in the same time zone.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah, and I'm not teaching on. Basically, I don't have any fencing or anything like that. I'm teaching until I think the 6th of January we start back with stuff again. So yeah, so I should be available most evenings. I'm playing, getting together with a bunch of guys to play a game called Twilight Imperium,
Ooh,
which
that sounds
is it's like a sci-fi, I guess the premise is, the Galactic Empire or the Galactic whatever has fallen apart, and you have your own little faction or your own little race. So it's kind of, Starfleet Battles-esque. But you've got an economy and you've got research, to research things to improve your economy or research but it's a big board game. And so I've been like watching some YouTube videos trying to figure out how the heck to play it.
play.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and there's like I've got a choice of like 4 different factions. I have no idea what any of them are, so I'm just gonna like wait until we get together and just go, okay, what does this mean? So,
So yeah, and after the 5th, we should arrange a time I'll come up and we can play a game.
Yeah, because I don't start back to. Well, most of the Saturdays in January are shot because we're taking the fencing team to San Diego for some matches, but sometime during the week we might be able to swing something. I don't have. I don't start back to Cal State Long Beach until probably late January. So
Yeah,
probably
I
about the
start
same
back
time.
on
Yeah, probably
the
about the same time you start
21st.
back. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
So we'll have to definitely. I'll come up. We'll play a game.
Yeah. No, that'd be a hoot.
Yeah. You know what game I downloaded? It's only $3 right now. It's Civilization 6. Do you remember Civilization?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah, I started playing that the other day, and it's a hoot to play. I'm Theodore Roosevelt, and I'm fighting wars with Cleopatra, which is really weird.
Yes, a little bit weird. All right. Well, do we want to try to? I don't know that we can do much of anything yet because Mitch is moving stuff that's right smack in the middle of the battlefield. So unless we get something that's Robert's.
Yeah.
We're just going to have to.
The artillery is rolling forward.
Indeed. Yeah, and I think did Rick only have the one chit for the first corps?
Yep.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, David, what exciting things are you doing for the holidays?
Tomorrow afternoon, we're checking in at a very nice hotel downtown, Greenville.
Mm-hmm.
And we have reservations for a Italian dinner in Greenville on Main Street there, and then we're going to go to the bourbon bar afterwards and wait for Santa Claus, and then come back the next day.
Well, that should be good.
Make sure you buy Santa a drink.
Yep.
What particular type of bourbon do you favor?
I don't.
So Lori's the one who drinks bourbon, or?
Well, it's just a nice bourbon bar right there. It's
Oh,
really
okay.
and
So the bar is
I
nice,
am
and they
not
happen to have bourbon. So
yeah, and it's specifically a bourbon bar. But I'm actually a rum drinker myself. But
that's what I thought. All those
yeah,
years, sailing the boat barefoot there in the
yeah,
Florida
yeah.
Keys.
So in the Bahamas and whatever, So
Well, that's cool. We've just got all kinds of fun entertainment stuff. My brother is visiting from Portland, so we've got family things scheduled for tomorrow and then more stuff scheduled for Wednesday. So just nonstop fun. So let's see. And Michael, what about you? What sort of grand, exciting things do you have going on in your neck of the woods?
So, what are we doing? Tomorrow we're gathering family together to go volunteer. It's like a paid event to get in, and what we do is we pack critical food for starving children around the world. They make about 500 million meals, and it's all like dehydrated food. So it's
Right.
vitamins, protein, white rice, things like that. And so it's an organization called Feed My Starving Children. And
Okay.
so every year on Christmas Eve, we rally the troops, and we muster the troops, and we head out there for this event. And so we pack about a bazillion meals. Which saves a lot of lives. And
Right.
then the rest of the night, and then the next day is all family stuff. And then on Christmas Day, I'm firing up the smoker, and I'm gonna be doing some nice top sirloin steaks for everybody. And we watch, a Christmas Story on Christmas Eve. That's kind of the tradition. Try not to shoot our eyes out.
Right.
Oh,
Right.
Robert, beware. That's not something you want to do with a golden eagle, just or a desert eagle. Um,
There you go. Yes.
Yeah, William didn't
I
warn me
might not
that
be able
I'd
to
shoot my
recover
eye
from that.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's basically it. It's just family time, and then volunteering to feed starving kids around the world. So that's it.
Okay. Well,
How
that sounds
how
very
are the
worthwhile.
meals distributed?
That's a good question. So these things are and they're in dehydrated bags or sealed bags. Basically, it's dehydrated food, um, and each bag provides like I think 3 meals, right? And a box provides 213 meals, blah blah blah. And then what they do is they're boxed up, and then they're distributed out to partners who have like their own inroads at Haiti or Micronesia or Ukraine or whatever it is. So for instance, this organization feeds 1 out of 11 people in Haiti, and to the
Wow.
point of where they've been doing it for so long, so consistently, the Haitian government actually factors that into their annual budget,
Wow.
Wow.
right? Um, and so what's really cool about this is that we've been involved with this place for I don't know 14, 15 years. And so it's all volunteer driven in terms of the food packing and whatnot. And so what they do is they bring people in, they show them like a video, and then what they'll do is they'll have like testimonial pieces of it to just kind of provide the impact that's going on. And a lot of the people that work there actually go to these places. And so I've heard firsthand from volunteers that have met these people, kids that are like, 2 years old and they weigh 18 pounds, kids that, you know, and you see the photos, you see the videos. They haven't had their hair grown in like 6 months. Their stomachs are super bloated. Their eyes are all yellow from, you know, jaundice. And the estimation is that they're 2 to 3 weeks away from death, right? You know, blah, blah, blah. What was really cool is one time they had a guy who was the recipient of that food as a kid.
Hey,
Years
Mitch,
later,
let's jump down for one more second there.
so
Okay.
this place has been around for like 35 years, right? And so this guy, when he was, I don't know, like 8 or something like that, was in a really desperately poor country and really had no chance at like food and was barely getting by on like one meal a day, you know, him, his family, and he's in a wheelchair. And so he's basically the bottom of the food chain. And he got up and he just started talking. He happened to be there to volunteer, and he was just kind of casually mentioned to one of the leads that day, and so the lead was like, you need to talk." And so he got up and he gave his testimony in terms of like how that's literally saved his life. He literally wouldn't be there that day if it wasn't for this organization and the food and all that. So it's super cool, but it's partners around the world, and they are in multiple different countries.
Wow,
Wow,
well,
that's amazing.
that sounds very worthwhile.
What's the name of the organization again?
It's called Feed My Starving Children. Its website is fmsc.org, and it's they're so efficient that before inflation kicked in a couple years ago, it was like
Mhm.
22 or 23 cents a meal was what it was.
Wow.
Wow.
So, and this organization is basically right in our backyard in the Minneapolis-St. Paul area. And so, and how they got started is they partnered with food scientists at both Cargill and General Mills, since they're also headquartered here. And so the organization was launched from a food science perspective. It was launched in partnership with food scientists from both those organizations. Henceforth, the efficiency.
No, that sounds terrific.
Yeah, it's a great place, and they have, I mean, the amount of compelling stories that they're able to tell is just it's off the charts. It's, you know, again, we've been going there for 14, 15 years, and I I can't even tell you. I mean, it's probably well over 100 individual stories that I've been told about. You know, so and so he was found at like 3 weeks old, discarded in like a slit trench, left to die, right? And you know, this little girl, and you know, this and this, and you know, they were, you know, the youngest of like 11 children, and dad died, and so, you know, the bottom three kids were on at death's door because, you know, there's not enough food to go around. I mean, just the crazy stories are insane. It's well past 100 unique ones that I've heard that are just like tear jerking and compelling.
Wow.
So if one is so inclined, please give them food, because the math works out to, yes, they make a half a billion meals a year, but if they wanted to successfully fight off like legitimate worldwide starvation, you're talking food or meals in the counting in the billions, multiple billions each year to
Wow.
make a dent at it, right? So anything would be appreciated for these guys.
Yeah, no, that sounds like a good cause. That sounds like a good
Yeah.
cause.
Check it out.
Yeah, I
Well,
do some stuff that they have. There's a organization that, you know, does stuff providing meals and whatnot for Americans. And I can't remember what the name of it is off the top of my head, but I regularly help them out. They've got some different stuff that they do here locally. So, all right. Well, good. At this time of year, of course, there's all kinds of unfortunate things happening all year round, not just at the holidays.
yeah.
Mitch, real quick, you should move the Lavrov commander of the Corps down where he's going to be, maybe like here, because he needs to command the Cav commander and the infantry commander.
Oh, okay.
So, you know, somewhere, and then also contact Kuzin, who's the grenadier but artillery commander. You know, you need to look for where are for Lavrov, you need to look, where are my brigade commanders? There's 2 of them here. So 2, 4, 6. Like putting Lavrov here would give you reach to your brigade commanders. And then is he going to reach down to his cav commanders? Cav commanders down here, 2, 4, 5. Yes. And then underneath Arakcheyev battery, you've got Kantakuzin, who's been assigned the artillery commands. He's going to get blocked where he is. He should go here, although so that he can reach all these batteries with his command range. You get it?
Okay, sure.
Yeah. You could also conceivably, you could even put because there's a little bit of a risk there from getting hit. You could put him here instead of on the gun, because then he won't be at risk of. Yeah, well, he's on artillery, so he's fine.
Right,
On
right
the-
there.
yeah, right. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so. That's the final. Like you move the core, and then you look to be sure. You double check.
Actually, I think I'm going to go there.
Yeah,
That's where I want to be. Okay.
that's not going to have him in range of all of his guns. Some of them are down here.
1, 2,
And
3.
the cav will block. So here or here's better. Here,
So
it's
my whole
1, 2,
point is,
3.
I want to get this gun that's back here into his command next turn.
You
If I have
can
him here,
you can reassign the command later. I wouldn't worry about that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You could put the gun under Lavrov core directly next turn.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But where Kantakuzin is, like his best place is probably on the cannon when he's got like everything.
Okay. He's vulnerable there.
You want to. He's actually, he's not too vulnerable because it's an artillery, which is usually safe. So what you want to do is, after you move the core units, then you want to set up the command network and double check it by eye each time, so that you've just reconfirmed, oh yeah, everybody really is going to be in command.
Agreed.
Yep. So that was
All
that.
right. Thank you. Good call.
Cool. All right. So is
The commanders are the details after you do most.
yeah, is chit number 6 done then?
Yep.
All right. So now we can go to number, I guess that would have been 12, which is Colbert.
All right.
And now we could probably pull one more just to see what comes up.
Here, I'll grab another one. It's number 15.
It's inactive. You can put it away and take a different one.
Oh, is that one that...
The Cossacks failed.
Oh, okay. All right. Let's grab another one. That's number 11. French number 11.
Oh, that's Sornano.
Okay.
Robert,
So-
we could go down to game room 1 and you can move on.
Sure. Okay.
So, David, did you have any...
I'm thinking.
okay. I just wasn't sure if you
Yep.
were there or not.
Yeah, still here. Let's see. All right. I might as well have some fun.
Oh, time to worry. Dave is going to have some fun.
Let's see if I can do it that way. No. Okay, wait. Let me think about this again. So as soon as you do that, then I can do that. But all right, all right. I gotta rethink this a minute. Okay.
That's fine. My dog decided to park here next to me and is expecting me to give her back scratches. Well, have you decided on anything, David, or?
No, I'm trying to figure out where I want to. I've got a number of things that are going to be moving around, and I'm trying to figure out where I want each person at this point. Even though this is only two of them, but they are
Right.
kind of. Let's see, something like that.
Yeah, this is the challenge for the French isn't it's more like managing the traffic jam.
Yes, yes, and that's I'm trying to do it in such a way that things aren't getting into other things. So
We could draw another chit. Robert finished his.
Okay. So
all right.
number 11 is done.
That was that and that.
All right. Number 13, French number 13. I'm going to guess that's probably another one.
That's my
Yep,
actually,
that's only the Malamutes, right?
Yeah, that's and really
Yeah.
that's all
I think
that
they're the only
is.
ones that are in command of Godot there.
And actually Godot himself is actually going to go over onto yeah, so he's actually easy. He just goes to there.
Okay. Well, that's easy to deal with.
Yeah, and the Mamelukes are still in command where they are, whatever. So,
Right. So it's number 12 that we're still dealing with there.
yeah.
Okay.
Where
Could
do I
pull
want
another chit meanwhile.
Sure.
it? Yep. 14.
It's the artillery chit.
Oh, fun. Well, we'll wait till everything else is done.
Yeah, well, we just have to wait for David to finish moving his
Yeah,
two little pieces of
all right.
horsies over there.
Let's do this to here, and the other one. Where do I want the other one to end up? Other one is going to go. Actually, he might just stay right where he is. Is that a good spot for him? Oh, he's too big there. Okay, that's all right. He's done. I'm sorry.
Okay. All right. So now we have the artillery chit. So as usual, we start off in the west.
Gosh, I have a lot fewer guns. What happened? Wait. Somehow the marker on Hussein's guns is gone. I don't know if it was 0.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's 0. Yeah.
This one was 0. Okay, they're zeroed out. Okay. That leaves only Chastel's gun. So we'll take a shot. 6-2.
8, 9.
6 to 9. Here we go. Oh, that's a hit.
Good shot.
They're gone.
Artillery tipped the firefight in your favor over there. That's good.
Just took a while.
Yeah, I mean, what, it was 2 turns, 4 fire phases, maybe something like that. Pretty good
Yeah.
overall.
All right.
Do you want to shoot down to ours battery and get that out of the way?
Let's see. Onto our. We have 1 gun left there. It's got ammo. I don't think we have a line of sight to anything.
Maybe the Finland Jaegers would part of it, or the church over here. It's sort of, random shots, but they're there.
So the Finnish are in skirmish order there. So their defensive value is 14, and the church is also
12.
14.
Church is 12.
Only
Church is
these
12.
two can fire on the Finnish, though.
Okay. So we could just concentrate everything on the Borodino, that poor church. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. So that would be 3 plus 3 plus 3. So that's 9. 9 to 12. Okay. Well, give it a shot. No.
You're hot and then you're cold.
That seems to be how things work with this.
All right.
I've got a few guns further north, although they have shoot up most of their targets. This one will fire at Grouchy's empty battery over there. They get a miss. And then so this guy might try, might have a line of sight someplace. Yeah, there's a shot there. I don't think the other one can hit with him. No. So it's 7 versus 6. It's 1 to 1 over there. Oh, it's a hit on this guy.
That's a hit.
Morale check.
You got a
plus 4 minus.
got a plus 10.
1.
They're happy.
Oh, yeah.
10, and that is that core on a level with that makes any difference at this point?
Oh, it is. Yeah, it's minus.
Well, then it's a minus 3. Yeah.
Minus 3. Yeah.
So
okay.
only a plus 7, but you rolled a 62 there.
Yeah, good roll. Yeah, right. I don't think I have much in the way more. Probably Michael.
Are you passing the baton? Is that what you're saying?
Yep.
It's over to you and Mitch, I think.
It's the Linstock specifically. That's the slow match.
Oh, the slow match. Ah.
3, 6. Let's see. What is it? I'm not gonna take any shots.
That's Mitch. He's got a lot of different ones.
Oh, okay. Well, let's do some easy ones first. Let's do this gun here. It'll take a shot here. So that's 9 against, it's a 1 to 1.5.
Sure.
Miss. We'll do a roll through 1. Let's see what happens. Miss. And I don't think I can do a roll through 3.
Yeah, you'd have a minus 12 at 1 to 1.
All right, this gun here will fire at this unit right here.
Okay, so that's going to be what, 9 to 10? That's good enough for a hit at 1 to 1.5. Yep, a 55 or better. And they pass their morale check.
Okay. These 3 guns here will fire here.
Which guns? Sorry.
This group here against this group here.
You've got 16
to 14 or 16, whatever it is.
Yeah, so it's a 1 to 1. It's 16 to 16.
Plus, 1 to 1 plus 5. That's a hit.
All right.
It's his defense and brush there is 20.
Yeah. Does that change it though?
Oh, yeah. No, that would,
Roll a
because
43.
it's 16. So 43. Yeah, if it's 1 to 1.5, that's not enough for a hit.
Yeah, it's a miss.
Okay.
Yeah, because you need to get a 55 or better.
Very good. We will (22 to) what are these guys? Are these guys in line?
They look like they're in. They look like they're in skirmish.
15.
And skirmish in the brush is 15.
Oh,
Mitch, you actually have 25 firepower, be 1.5 to 1.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, then there we go. And that is not going to get the job done.
Where do you get 25 out of that?
2 8s and a 9.
I see 2 5s and a 6.
It's medium
On
range.
the guard Jaeger's medium range.
What?
It's medium range.
Right.
It's this battery here is firing at that troop there. So it's
I thought
range.
he said something over to here. Okay.
Well, I was going to mix it up, but then they said, "Hey, you've got more firepower," so I didn't do it.
Okay.
All right. We will take a shot here.
Shoot a Sorbier.
Yeah, 27 plus 5. Huh. Yes.
That's a miss. And it's not 27. It's 24.
21.
Oh, yeah, 21.
yes,
Yeah,
that's-
you've lost 2 increment off each of those guys. Yeah. All right, David, why don't you go ahead and fire back? You've got some artillery over there.
Yeah. Let's see. that can. What's all right? This battery here is going to shoot at that, and it's 13 against, I believe that's
13 to 6.
6.
So 2 to 1.
2 to 1 plus 2.
Okay.
2 to 1 plus 2.
That's good enough for a hit, I think, right? I think as long as you're in the 30s at 2 to 1, that's a hit. Yep, a 33 or better. All right, so let's go ahead and chip one off of that poor guy. And let's make a morale check. And they're okay.
And then these 2 batteries are going to shoot at that. And so we've got 9 and 9.
Then
The other one's empty,
3.
so it's 18. 3 to 1 plus 6 on that. Yes.
Now that's probably good for 2 hits, right? At 3 to 1.
Yes.
Yep, 2 hits. Bing, bing.
Do you want to check the line of sight real quick as to whether the nose of the bluff gets in the way?
I know it did not, it got in the way of that one. I could not do all 3 of them, but let's see. I don't think it's in the way of the other one. It was. No, it's fine.
Wait a minute, run that for me again here.
It's on there.
So Sorbier is firing against the cuirassiers. Where is the slope? How many hexes
Yeah,
between?
so I'm protecting.
Well, so explain to me what with the slopes.
The French artillery is in that orientation is on the nose of a bluff.
Right.
And the target is below the nose of the bluff and relatively close, moderately close to it. So there's 2 hexes here. There's 2 hexes here and here. So battery would need to be here to see that unit firing over that bluff, or could hit units 1, 2, 3, 4. Could hit units 6 hex, 7, 6 or 7 out, like about here. You could probably hit on that orientation.
This is when it'd be nice if we had contour lines like in the bar maps.
Yeah.
It doesn't have them. It's it's like not a squad leader LOS. It's a La Bataille LOS.
Yeah.
Because this is really at the same level as this, but there's no slope hex in between there that brings it back up. So that sucks. All right. Well, that would have changed. Now let's see.
So just so I understand what we're talking about, if that unit was over here, it could be seen because then we've got this elevation.
We're on the same level. Yeah.
Brings it back to the same level.
Back to the same level. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Like when you go to that location in real life, you can actually see it. There's a little bit of a draw, and the art actually captures it. This little whisker of a stream, it's actually a little rivulet that comes down here. So there's actually like a little bit of a stream bed that comes down onto that fork there, and that's approximately modeled this way.
Okay. Well, since you've been to the battlefield, you're an expert.
Been to the battlefield. Then, since I shot in that direction, I would have changed. So
Pick a different target. Just
This
pick a
would be
different
my,
target.
this would be a valid target back here.
Yeah. 2, 4, 6. 2, 4, 5. Yes, definitely. So is that a hit back on the battery?
That would be a hit back on that battery, yeah. Because it's a 62 plus.
Back here.
There
There
you
you
Yeah,
go.
plus
Yep.
6.
So
It's
that's
going to
it.
be a
Yep.
66.
Fair and square.
I'm sorry, who's being shot?
Those guys back there, the Emperor's
back-
battery. Although,
Unfortunately,
wouldn't you hit the skirmishers first?
First, yeah.
Out of
let's
sight.
see.
Skirmishers
3,
are out of
4,
sight.
5. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then where do you start counting? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? How does it work?
That may be true.
So it's
That-
1,
that would-
2, 3, 4, 5 to the slope. And then it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gets you there.
Skirmisher is
Then
visible.
6
Skirmishers get
gets
there.
you there.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the
Okay.
skirmishers
Skirmishers
are
are
hit, and then you got to roll through to the battery.
Sorry, just quickly. The skirmishers, if it's 5 to the slope, it's not enough. It has to be 6 to the slope.
It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, the distance from the skirmisher to the slope is 5 open hexes. So he's out of sight to the French cannons.
Yeah, it has to be, the slope has to be closer to the cannons for any target. And at that one, it's equal distance at that one.
Right. So the skirmisher, they're nipped by the equal distance to the slope.
So what are we counting the hex side or
Yeah.
the okay, so if the hex side is here,
If it's
Yeah.
equal, it's blocked.
okay. So but
The first unit that's visible is the one that's got 6 hexes in between.
Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's still the skirmisher.
No, in between.
In between.
Yeah, it's in between.
Oh, so you need 6. So it's actually the 7th hex out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I
And
don't
then
quite
Mitch, you
follow
can
that.
return that shot in simultaneous fire.
Oh, okay.
No, he can't shoot over his own guys.
Good point.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's why I'm confused with the line of sight. Because I the line of sight is off of this hex side, right? So then wouldn't you count this hex?
Okay, this hex side, equal distance is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Equal distance is hidden.
Oh, okay. So it's got to be one more
Greater
than
than.
that.
Yep. So that makes it to that
Okay.
hex right
Okay.
there.
So
Long range is its entirely own environment. This thing. Good shot, David.
Yeah. All right. So let's take some ammo off some stuff here. Come on, where's my... There it is.
Make sure you roll that a second time, Dave. In fact, better yet, make it a 66.
Yeah. Close, but no cigar.
As they say somewhere.
All right. So now I guess we're okay. So Mitch missed it. Okay. So Mitch, so I guess about the next one is this one over here.
Right, and he's got a shot at, I guess, these guys here, right? Those look like some skirmishers. So it's going to be 5 to 14. It's a 1 to 3 shot. 66.
Whoa.
That's a hit.
Whoa.
That's the lucky battery that always rolls 66s, I guess.
2. Yeah, they're fine. Okay.
All right. So we've adjusted them. So now I guess we move over. I've got this battery here that can fire down on, I guess it would be, we can get everybody on these guns. So that's going to be 24 to 16. That's 1.5 to 1 with a +5. That's enough for a hit. So I don't know. There's a battery that's already taken one hit, I guess. So
Yeah.
all right. I will update all of my numbers here while you calculate and fire back at me.
That 9 battery wasn't in range, so he doesn't have to worry. All right, what do we got here? So we got 7, 14. One. Let's see, which battery do I want to? All right. Might as well try this guy here.
Okay, so you've got 14 to 16 with a +4.
It's 4 is 55. 1 to 1.5. That might be a hit.
That's enough for a hit. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and we'll make a morale check for them. And they're happy. All right. I've got this other battery over here. I don't know if I can, what I can shoot. Can I shoot a hex that's already been shot at, or?
Nope.
Nope.
No. Okay. So I've got I've got to figure out what I got a line of sight on. I don't have a line of sight on that.
This is a possible target.
Yeah. At the little skirmishers over there.
Not the best shot, right?
Not the best shot.
How about this guy here? Would it ricochet over that to here? Maybe get a Regs there.
Possibly. We'll see. I'm not sure. It's the bottom. It's that guy there that is the one that's trying to sneak in.
Yeah, that would be a clear shot.
Yeah, I could hit those guys and then roll through those guys, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So I'll take a shot there. So that's going to be 27 to, I don't know, what are those horse skirmishers? They have a different value. They've got a value of 12. So that's going to be a 2 to 1 with a +4. Here we go. 22, that's 26. That's not enough. And then we've got, I guess, the same thing on those guys, or are they infantry? They are infantry from the looks of it. Yep. So then that's going to be 27 to 14. So that's a 1.5 to 1 shot. No pluses, just a -6.
6.
And that's a miss as well. All right. Uneventful. Mostly.
Far East.
Okay, and then way out in the extremes, I know Rick's got some guns. I don't really have any shot at anybody that he's got from my batteries at the moment, so he's got 2 batteries that are unlimbered. He's got these guys which are worth basically 1, 2, they're worth 3 to what, 9 there. Or he
Yeah,
can fire 7 to 12 there.
that's not a. No, that's not an artillery commander, so he can't do that. So he can't combine.
Nope.
So he's got. So he can do. We can do it 1 to 2 on this, I guess, right?
Yeah.
So 6 to 12 there.
Okay, go ahead and throw your dice.
Yeah.
Nope,
No.
that's not good enough.
And this one was what? It was a 3 to.
It depends on where you're shooting. If you're shooting at these guys,
That's the only one I've got. I think that's.
yeah, so that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 to 9 over there.
It's 3. He's one of those guns is dead. It's 1 to 3.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah. So.
No, it's not going to do it either.
Nope. All right, update the ammo and move on to the next chit in the cup.
Wait, there's a gun. There's a gun right there too.
Yeah, we fired him.
Oh, okay.
And actually, that one does get a ricochet into it's behind it there.
No, because it's short range.
No, it's not short. He's here. That's 3 hexes to there.
Oh, you were firing him at that one?
Yeah.
So then where did this guy fire?
He fired at that.
Ah, okay, okay. All right, yeah, so then I guess you would have, so...
I don't know if he can do it.
I don't think he can do it.
2.
Nah.
Even a 66 is not.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Any others down there? All right. And you've got anything out there, Eric?
I do, but I don't really have a shot on anything. Everybody's too far away. Rick is keeping just out of my range. The only target I had left got blown to pieces, so...
You already blew it up, huh?
Yep, I already blew it up. That's what we call convenient.
All right. Guess we can do another chit.
Okay, here we go. It's number 14.
Oh, that one's also inactive.
Oh, okay, that was the other Cossacks that didn't activate. All right, number 2. That's a Russian number 2. And that is this corps here.
Yeah.
All right, and what else do we have? Then we have French number 2. That is what? I don't know. Is that part of the Young Guard or is that...
Oh, okay. That's not the one I wanted yet. Okay.
That's the way it usually works.
That's the way it usually works.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, let's see. All right, where are we at? The wheel. Go through there. Go through there.
Do we want to pull another chit while we're...
Yeah. Number 10. French number 10. I think that's another one of David's.
Oh.
All right, and then we have Russian number 1. I think
that's over on my side.
That's over on your side. So why don't you go do that with Robert?
Robert, game room 1.
Okay.
Eric, I'll watch you and then I'll move my...
Yeah, I don't really have a whole lot going on, only because I was already kind of in position where I wanted to be, so there's not a lot that I'm doing. I moved a leader. I moved these guys a little bit. I moved these guns a little bit. Let's see what else. The 27th. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Everybody else is more or less where they need to be for some kind of reaction. We'll just dress the lines a little bit. That's all the 27th. SI. Where are these guys? VI. Okay. Yeah, that's about it. I was hoping that I would get that chit a little bit later. Oh, well. That is how the cookie crumbles, as they say.
Yep.
Okay,
All
I'm
right.
going to watch you with number 10.
All right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
So is
Actually,
who is number
here.
2? Are you moving number 2 or are you moving number 10?
I'm moving number 2. It's this guy right here. It's this guy
Oh,
here.
that cavalry?
He's,
Okay.
yeah, he
Belfort's
started
cavalry?
right. Yeah. This guy here started here.
Yeah. No, I saw that. I
Right.
was expecting you
All right.
moving Pajol's guy. I'm like,
All right. No,
you're
no.
not anywhere near Pajol.
This one here goes there. Bump,
Okay.
and let's see. So number 2. Let's see. Bump, and let's put him there. And 2 is done.
Okay.
So, and your 2 is done, I guess.
Yep.
All right, Pajol. Ah. Boy, Pajol's cavalry is beat up, man.
Yep. Well, it's been out there covering your guns.
I'll pull a new chit because we got through with the Russian one.
Okay.
Leaders.
Okay, cool.
Actually, I'm going to change this just slightly. Oh, one of these is late. Didn't realize that. All right. I'm adjusting. There we go. Okay. That, all right. Let's see. Oh, I got to figure out who's who. Who's who?
That's when you'd want to label. Get labels out for everybody.
Actually, it's not a bad idea to add some.
I'm trying to find Pujol on the chart over here. Does he belong to a corps, or is he an independent
Yeah,
command?
Pajol is he's part of the Second Corps de Cavalry. He has the light division with Desrat, Bertha, and Superve. I know my French is not very good, so my apologies to the audience.
There you go. Oh, yeah, okay. So he's under Montbrun and
All right.
Maltese. Okay. All right, there I see him. Yeah, so Desrat, Berthy, and Superve.
This was one group right there.
Yep.
Trying to find the other commander here. Where's he?
Well,
Hey,
I think
Brennan.
there's somebody underneath
Hey,
this
Mitch.
guy. Desrat's right
Got a
here.
quick question.
He's,
Oh,
Should we
he's
jump down
underneath
to
that guy.
HQ?
Yep.
Yeah.
Right, and then you're looking for Superve.
and this is one of his. I thought.
Let's see, Superve's got he's the 16th Brigade of the 2nd Light. So
Here is one of his units, but what?
yeah, there's one of his units there.
Where is he? And I think this is.
Oh, he's actually out of it. He is on the turn. He must have gotten wounded. He's on the record chart. So he's coming in at the 2140 turn at the 140
Oh, okay.
turn.
So that's why I've got the ADC on there.
Yep,
All
yep,
right,
yep. So that other guy then is covering for him.
Right, he's the ADC. He's covering for him, right?
Yeah.
All right, so it's all right. So it's this guy, this stack here, and let's see. So we've got the 11th Chaussee.
Yeah, you've got the 3rd Chasseurs, the Lancers, the 10th Hussars that are part of what was usually Superve's command.
Where do I want? We're good there. These guys. So there's only one of those Ulans left. Is that all? Is that the rest of that cavalry wiped? Let's see. Oh, he's got.
So the 10th Hussars are part of Superve's. And who else? There's a group of, well, let's see if they're over on the dead pile.
They may be.
No, I don't see them.
2L16. All right, come on. They're somewhere around here. All right.
The 12th Chasseurs, is that them?
Oh, this may be one of them here. Yeah, there's one of them there. Okay.
That's the 16th.
And then there's one more. He's a light blue guy. He looks kind of like one of these.
He's this guy here who's in skirmish.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So what is these? All right. Well, let's see.
Oh yeah, there's the other guy.
Yep.
Yeah, there's not much left of him either.
Oops, I didn't want to move both of those there. I just wanted the commander there. All right, that'll do that. That'll be 10.
Okay.
And now we're at leaders.
So the hussars moved over here.
Yep.
And then
And some of the others moved up, and one took the place. They came from there. One moved up into there, and this one moved up into there. So.
Okay. Because I was like, where'd the other guy go? Okay, so he's over there. Okay, cool. All right.
So it's going to be
so it's leader movement phase. Yep.
All right.
So it's time to move leaders around.
All right. I have to step away just for a second.
No worries. Okay, that's that guy. All right. One, two, three, four, five.
I'm back. I want to check something in there.
So, David, the shot that you took with these guns, I don't think you could have fired on this guy because you're firing right down the spine of a hex that's got your own cavalry in it.
Which one?
When you fired these two on that guy there, and during the artillery phase, you're firing right down the spine of this hex side here that you had your cavalry in front of.
That is correct. That means you need to take another one.
Yep.
Okay, it would have been that with hex. So move the.
Yeah. Yeah, because I'm like, I didn't fire at you because I couldn't, because I knew I was firing down that line too. I'm like, wait, who did he hit? Okay. All right. Cool.
All right.
All right. Other leaders to move around. Let's
Doing
see.
leaders. We're doing
1,
leaders.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, I could move him over 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Okay, all those guys are in command.
Oh boy, I'm sure that Rick has some stuff here too.
Well, I don't know. He's not doing any kedging.
Well,
He's got everybody more or less in command.
all right. So yeah, no leaders. Okay, I'm thinking of actually the regroup. The regroup is one that he would also be. All right. So
Hey, Dave,
yes.
I have a couple questions or 2 questions. Do you want to meet in French headquarters when?
Okay.
Okay, just
All right.
for a second.
Eric,
Yep.
hey, just wanted to remind you that Kreitz is your guy.
Oh, with those
And-
dragoons?
Yeah, you might want to get him in some sort of position there with those guys.
Oh,
Because
okay.
we've given those to you for the time being, at least.
Okay, cool. I'll pull them over here somewhere.
All right, so we're still doing some leaders here. Let me. Let's see what. Michael,
Yeah,
did you go down to HQ a sec?
absolutely. Be right there.
All right.
let's see. Okay, what do we got? What officer, other leaders do I want to move? What the hell is that doing? Oh, that's that. All right, I'm just gonna look at Rick's stuff here and just.
Yeah, I mean, he's got everybody in command. He's got certainly all of his infantry leaders are within command span of Devu.
Right. Yeah. I'm looking at his light cavalry right now. I'm trying to figure out if there's something I can.
Yeah, he's got somebody who got killed. So he's got somebody who's Henry took over for one of those guys. I'm
Is
pretty
it on
sure
the
he's got
chart?
everybody all within command spans the way they have been. He hasn't been doing any kedging or anything like that.
Right.
I think the only stuff that might be kedging might be some of these guns.
Yeah, the guns are
Yeah.
kind of
Are catching up, and they are
catching up.
yeah. But as far as leaders go, he's got everybody where they need to be because he's had commands for those 2 corps over the course of the last couple of turns. So he doesn't
All
have
right.
anybody
Yeah.
out of position.
Yeah. I mean, we can always adjust something if there was something that he, next
Yeah,
time we get.
I mean, unless he was planning on kedging something, he's got everybody, and I wouldn't.
Right.
That wouldn't be a safe thing to do.
Eh,
Well, I've got my Cossacks are active, so you put a bunch of leaders out there, and I could surround them. So that wouldn't be the best thing.
yeah,
to
but
do.
what I was looking more at is, can I take some of those light cavalry leaders and put them out there a little bit with their groups out of range so that they can activate independently and
and get a light cavalry. Well, the corps leaders are here, right? So
right.
you'd have to move them out of.
I mean, whoever, I don't know who has the 29th here, who, the leader of that could move out to there, and then he would be eligible for his own.
Right, that's Turno.
But that's
I
all.
don't know
I
where
mean,
Turno is. Yeah.
right. We'll leave it as it is.
Yeah,
And
Turno's
that's
here.
the way okay.
Yeah.
I don't think I have any other leaders I want to do anything with right at the moment. I think looks good with me.
Okay, I don't know what's up with Brennan. He's down in Coalition HQ. I don't know if he's with us or what's up. I'll go down there and see what's going on. Hey, Brennan, how are you?
Hey, Eric. I'm chipping away on leaders.
Oh, okay. Okay, so you're moving people around. Okay, we weren't sure. If
Yeah, I'm moving
were...
some leaders. I'm almost done. I'll be up in the lobby.
Okay,
in a second.
cool.
Yep.
Okay. All right. He is moving leaders around apparently. So.
Yeah, disordered units can catch. They can only do it at half the rate, but
yeah, anything that's out of command can kedge back towards its leader. But yeah, if it's tired or exhausted or disordered, its movement is going to be impeded. It doesn't have its full movement potential. So. How are things out on your end of the universe, Robert?
Yeah, I'm all done moving generals.
Okay.
So.
All right. I think Brennan said he was moving a few leaders around out there for himself. Mm-hmm. So. All right. Well, we're coming up on hour number 2. Do we want to keep going? We want to draw another chit? What's the general consensus?
Well,
no, maybe we should call a little early today because of the holiday.
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking that myself because
I agree. I've got a whole bunch of cooking and baking left to do. Mm-hmm. I've got to make.
You're one of those last minute guys, aren't you?
No. I have been cooking and baking since Wednesday of last week.
I haven't gotten a
So
box of cookies in the mail yet, Eric. Come on.
Yeah.
you haven't? Oh my gosh, Robert, you need to come up and play.
Oh, I see. That's how I get cookies.
That's how you get cookies. So you got to come up and play, and then you earn your cookies. Yeah, I've
Sure,
got.
bring your Desert Eagle with and show Eric.
My little
That
friend
cookie's
here
not
wants some
big enough.
cookies, Eric. Yeah, my little friend. What you gonna do about it, eh? There you go. That'd make me nervous slightly.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, all right.
Is that kind of the plan then? Is that we sounds like we have quorum. We will call it a night.
Yeah, as soon as we've got all everybody's leaders moved or
Meetings,
whatever,
yeah.
we
Then we
will.
gotta save it. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll save it and wrap it up early. And then I don't know what's the consensus for next Monday.
I'll be up in the air again next Monday.
Okay.
I'll let you know though.
All
That
right.
was good today.
Yeah. No, I'll be around. I don't think I've got anything going on per se.
Yeah, I don't have anything really going until New Year's Day, so.
What excitement
Yeah.
are you doing on New
the-
Year's
the-
Day?
Oh, we have a big Aikido class
Oh,
and
okay, fun.
a covered dish event afterwards.
Okay.
And with everybody.
Sounds fun.
I think it's like 3 hours of classes. I'll probably be teaching one of the classes, and then the regular sensei and one of the other instructors will probably be teaching. Each of us will teach a class and whatever.
Right.
So.
Nice.
And yeah, other than that, I got the rest of I got through till the 2nd off. So
Mm-hmm.
possibly some family coming in Thursday. So for the Thursday to Sunday. So
Right. Well, that's not too bad.
yeah, son and granddaughter.
Right. All right. Well,
A long time to wait for moving leaders.
yes, this is the joy of, well, I guess with any of these that you got the command control, even if we were playing 5th edition, the leader chit is a separate chit.
Yep.
So
That's true.
you've got time movement on, when you pull your chit for your side. But there's no time movement for reinforcement phase, regroup phase, leader movement phase. So
Yeah. If we played rotate the rules, we would have to still play with command control.
He's just finishing up his cavalry leaders. He'll be a
okay.
second.
Yeah, well, and that was, I think, kind of the idea behind 5th edition. It was kind of a little bit of a hybrid. Because remember when, the first Ligny, Quatre Bras, Mont Saint Jean came out in the 90s, it was still 3rd edition rules, but Ed had added in some command control. So you had to be within a certain range of your division leader, and the division leader had to be within a certain range of the corps leader and stuff like that. So that was sort of the first, attempt at having some kind of command control. You could still move a lot of stuff, but you had to have it on a more condensed front. You couldn't send stuff out on a wild goose chase with some big wide swinging maneuver like you could with Premiere or with original 3rd edition. So, yeah, when we were playing Dresden at Consim, because you only have a certain number of units or formation activated, it tended to move pretty quickly. So I think Rick and I tried to stick with the 10-minute rule, and we gave David and Warren, I think we just kind of gave them however much time they needed. But because you're not moving, the entire army, it's a little easier to kind of manage things with the timed movement. So I think 5th edition rules are a nice sort of mix, kind of give you the little bit of the command control concept, and still give you a fair amount of flexibility with speed of movement and play.
Is there time turns in 5th edition?
Yeah. So 5th edition is so Premiere, 3rd edition, and 5th edition all have timed movement. So for Premiere and 3rd edition, there was no command control. So the time movement was a way of kind of putting an artificial command control in. So if you're trying to move everything or micromanage, this one little battalion somewhere, well, you could do that, but then everything else isn't going to get moved. And so that would really kind of focus you to, move stuff and be prompt about it. But then you also make mistakes. And so then that made for, in my opinion, an interesting game because here you're trying to move stuff and you're like, oh, crap, I forgot to move that, or I put it in the wrong spot, or it's in column and I want it in line, or, whatever. But time's up, tweezers down, pencils down. And so we would get situations, particularly when we would play the team games at Consim. You've got a core, and another fellow next to you's got a core, and there's another fellow on the other side of you that's got a core, and we all have some general idea what we're going to do. And the next thing you know, the fellow who's got the core off to your left or right has now moved away from you. Now there's a gap that's opened up between your two cores, and the other players on the other side of the map are now salivating. And, you and your teammate are like, hey, what are you doing? You just, he's like, well, I thought you were moving this way. And I'm like, no. And, it's too late at that point. And so then you end up getting situations developing that are more historic where, yeah, people make mistakes and cores go off this way or that way. You don't need a snowstorm for people to get confused. And so, yeah, so it makes for a fun team game when you have that time movement, in my opinion, because then definitely things move along faster. I think the challenge we have. No, we're gonna wrap it up. A bunch of us have got to hit the road early, so we thought we would save it at this point. We were just kind of chatting about the joys of time movement.
Got it.
So
I know that we wanted to stress that the other year when we played that at we played Mont Saint Jean at a couple of years ago.
Yeah,
we wanted to do Regs 30 rules, but with time moves in order to kind of get that speed of play going. That led to some interesting outcomes.
Yeah. Well, you guys, I know you guys were having fun with that. I know Clay was very challenged with that. Yeah. So, but I think it was a good idea to have it with that time movement to particularly. I mean, I think it was hard for Clay because he had the entire French army all all by himself. It probably
Yeah.
would have been easier to have two people playing the French and one person playing the Allies. That's what we ended up doing. I think it was a year and a half, two Thompsons ago. Rick and Mike were playing the French, and I played then the Allies, and that tended to be a little bit more manageable.
We did give Clay twice as much time, or even more. I can't remember. Something like that.
Yeah. So
Didn't we give ourselves like 10 minutes, and then there was 20 minutes of Clay, or maybe it was 15 and 30, or I can't remember.
yeah, you
But then
just
there
have
was
a
the
lot of
cavalry shot that
forces
took
to move
6
on the
hours.
French side. Yeah.
10 minutes to move your pieces, but we're going to have 3 or 4 or 5 hours of cavalry movements.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, you guys had a lot of cavalry action there. That was
Oh God.
insane.
So
But
much
make sure
fun.
you get your move in 10 minutes. 'Cause God dang it, I can't have this game slowing down.
Yeah. Well, and the ability to do all of your mathematics in your head there—that's the other real trick there, where you got to calculate the odds, flip.
I think a lovely part about this game is that is a low priority, is the odds calculation.
Yeah.
I mean, you
Yeah.
should know generally, hey, are my troops relatively better or worse than what I'm facing?
Right.
And otherwise, hey, let's go fight. You know, it's not like, ooh, I can get a 2 to 1 instead of a 1.5 to 1 if I do all this intricate maneuvering.
Right.
It's like, it's it's kind of get on with it. Yeah. Because you don't really, I mean, I'm not like flipping through the other guy's stacks, looking at things and trying to calculate those kind of odds. That's for sure.
Well, and that's one of the reasons why they don't have the specific information, morale, and all that other stuff on the face side of it, because you're not supposed to know what the other guy's got. So
But you
that's
should know, hey, if they're the first battalion, you know, that's the badass one. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And,
they're
you know,
going to have
if it's third battalion, it's like, hey, that's the one that's kind of dragging ass.
yeah.
So I
Yeah.
get that.
Yeah, but but that's one of the reasons why. And so you see, there's a number of other Napoleonic games where they have the the unit morale or whatever else, all that other stuff is on the front side of the counter.
Mhm.
So they're like, we don't want you flipping the counters over. You can see everything, but then of course your opponent
Mhm.
can see everything too.
Mhm.
So that's the other side of the coin. All right, gentlemen. Well, this was a hoot.